Why INFJs become addicted to potential instead of reality. Now, this is one of the most important INFJ patterns. INFJ are future seeing types. INFJs naturally see what someone is now. Naturally, INFJs will see what someone could become. So the problem, they emotionally attach to the future version, not the present person. For example, you meet someone inconsistent. The INFJ mind is that yes, but they could be stable, they could be kind and loving if they heal. Now that's the problem with the INFJ. They see the someone now and they also see the someone who they could become. So there's also emotional imagination, which is stronger than present evidence. INFJs don't just think potential, they feel it vividly. So the imagined version becomes emotionally real. That creates a powerful illusion. I'm not loving a fantasy, I'm loving their potential. But in practice, the INFJ is bonding to a story, not behavior. Again, INFJs are meaning makers. They ask, why are they like this? What happened to them? Now this creates empathy loops, and empathy often turns into emotional investment in healing the person. Then there's the rescue identity pattern. Many INFJ unconsciously believe I can help them become better. My understanding can heal them. Now this creates identity attachment. If I leave, I'm abandoning their potential. Then there's the intermittent reinforcement, which strengthens fantasy. When someone is sometimes loving, when someone is sometimes cold, the INFJ brain fills gaps with the good version is the real one. So what is the core truth? Potential feels like love. Reality reveals truth. So how do you break trauma bonds? How does the INFJ break these trauma bonds? Trauma bonds, how do they have an exit plan? A step-by-step exit plan. So trauma bonds are not just emotional. They are neurochemical loops, the dopamine plus cortisol cycles. You don't break them by insight alone. You break them by structure. Step one is to name the bond, no denial. Say clearly, this is a trauma bond, not stable love. Now this shifts identity from confusion to clarity. Step two is no contact or low contact if necessary. Now this is non-negotiable for healing. Remove messaging, remove checking social media, remove indirect updates. Why? Because every interaction resets the addiction loop. Step three, expect withdrawal symptoms. You may feel craving. You may feel emotional panic. You may feel nostalgic spikes. You may feel what if thinking. Now this is not love, it is dopamine withdrawal. Step four is to stop mental dialogue. The biggest trap is internal conversation, replaying memories, imagining conversations, rewriting the past. Interrupt with, this loop is not truth, it is attachment. Step five, write the real list, not the fantasy list. Have two columns, reality column indicating inconsistent behavior, emotional confusion, and boundary violations. Then have the fantasy column where you will indicate the potential, the promises, and the ideal moments. Now, go through the reality list when you miss them. When you miss that narcissist, go through that reality list. Again, step six, replace emotional source. Trauma bonds leave a gap. You must replace it with friends, routines, structure, solitude, stability. Without replacement, relapse happens. Step seven is body reset. This is important for INFJs. So do walking, do breathing exercises, do grounding, that is touch, movement, and nature. Why? Because trauma bonds live in the nervous system, not just thoughts. Step 8 is to accept no closure truth. Closure from them may never come. So shift. Say, I don't need closure from them. I create closure myself. Step 9 is to rewrite identity. You are not longer the one who was stuck. You become the one who learned and left. The final step is time and consistency. Healing is repetition of distance plus reality until emotional charge fades. So how is it that NFJs can recognize love versus emotional manipulation instantly? Now this is about pattern recognition, not emotion. Love is consistent. Manipulation is cyclical. Love is stable behavior, predictable care, and emotional safety. Manipulation is hot and cold, confusion cycles, emotional unpredictability. Love respects no, manipulation negotiates it. Love will say, okay, I understand. Manipulation will guilt trip you, will give pressure, will withdraw, and there will be emotional punishment. Love seeks understanding. Manipulation seeks control. Love asks, how do you feel? What do you need? Manipulation asks, why are you doing this to me? How can I get you to change your mind? Love makes you calmer. Manipulation makes you uncertain. Now, this is key for INFJs. After interaction, love should bring peace and stability. Manipulation normally brings confusion and overthinking. Love is transparent. Manipulation is strategic. Love open intentions. With love, there is open intentions and honest communication. With manipulation, there is hidden motives and shifting narratives. Love does not require you to shrink or ask, do I feel more myself or less myself around them? So this is what you should keep asking yourself. Do I feel more myself or do I feel less myself around them? Love is addictive. Manipulation is draining. After time with them, love brings energy increase. Manipulation brings emotional depletion. There is this simple INFJ rule, which is very important. If it confuses your intuition repeatedly, it is not love. It is distortion. Potential is what you imagine. Reality is what consistently shows up. Love lives in consistency, not possibility. A gardener planted seeds believing in what they could become. Some grew, some never did. So for a long time, he kept watering the empty soil, hoping for change. Until one day he learned, wisdom is not just knowing what can grow. It is also knowing what will not. Now let me repeat this story. A gardener planted seeds believing in what they could become. Some seeds grew, but some seeds never did. So for a long time, he kept watering the empty soil, hoping for change. Until one day he learned, wisdom is not just knowing what can grow. It is also knowing what will not grow. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. And hey, if you like this video, don't hesitate from clicking that like button. You can click that like button. You can also drop your comment. Tell us what you think about this video and share it very widely to all those who may need it. Okay? And remember, knowledge is power, information is power, and learning is the superpower. And hey, again, to support my YouTube channel to go viral, to grow, so that we can keep spreading this message of creating awareness about narcissism, please send me some dollars through the super thanks, super chats. Support my YouTube channel. Let's grow together. Thank you.